What is up, and welcome back to the channel where I talk and you listen. I'm your host Anonymous, and today
we're going to be ranking Young Justice today.
Now, I'm not going to be ranking everybody, but I will be ranking the teens. 18 of them to be exact. So, it's not going to be everybody because there would be way too many characters to try to talk about in one video. And yeah, so let's go see what the ranking is going to be this time. So, of course, we got iconic, we have memorable. This time we have somebody's favorite, mid, and of course, worm. Let's get into it. Okay, first on this list we have Wonder Girl. Wonder Girl's definitely not a worm. She's definitely not mid. She's somebody's favorite. Is she memorable? I don't know. I think that she's somebody's favorite. She's around. I think she does a good job of distinguishing herself from the rest of the female characters, especially Wonder Woman, right? I think that she does a good job. And in the show, we haven't really... I know the show's on pause right now. It's shelved because there's no release date for season 5. But when she was on screen, she was always a cool person to look at. But she didn't really have too much backstory. We didn't watch Wonder Girl go home and be with her family. Or even how she became Wonder Woman's assistant, prodigy, So, yeah. Next on the list, we got Bart Allen. Bart pissed me off in Young Justice. Here's why. Not only did he come from the future, he did not, the writers didn't continue talking about his story after he showed up. Because I remember he was on some sort of mission to stop the calamity from happening. They never really went back to that. I feel like they started doing this whole thing with Blue Beetle, and we just kind of lost track of some of the characters' storylines. I want to say that he's mid only because I'm not even grading this based off of speed or powers, right? I do think that he is probably faster than, or his impulse, right? Bart Allen. Yeah. I think that, I don't know how fast he actually is, so I'm not even going to say anything regarding to that. But what I don't like that they did to him in Young Justice was try to make him the new Wally West. After we lost Wally in season 2, he took over as the new Kid Flash in season 3, and that would have been fine. But the problem was that they tried to design him like Wally after that. He had his own look, but after he was reintroduced in season 3 with a different art style, he had Wally's haircut, and then he was trying to dress like him. Felt like a gut shot. So I'm just gonna say he's mid, just because I don't like him for all of those reasons. Next on the list, we got Static Shock. My boy Static is definitely iconic. He's one of the few black characters with electricity powers that got his own show. And it was a big hit within the black community, at the very least, when it came out on TV. And I was super happy that they decided to bring him in to Young Justice, but they didn't do anything with him. They failed my boy. Yeah. They really punched me in the gut again with that one. Next on the list, we got Tim Drake. Tim is definitely not mid. He's definitely not some. Well, he's probably somebody's favorite. Is he memorable? Oh yeah. Actually, I remember talking about him in one of my earlier videos. So I'm not going on the Bat Family video. So I'm not gonna dwell too deep into how I feel about this character. I think on that list I also said that he was memorable, but he wasn't iconic, just because of so many Robins and so many different stuff. just stuff. Next on the list we have Batgirl. Of course, we did it already in the other video as well, and I believe that I said Batgirl was iconic for more reasons than one. She's been around for a long time. You know, she's done this and that, yada 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 yada. Blah 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 blah. It's just I've already talked about her in the other video. If you want me to explain further, just go watch my other video where I did the Bat Family, ranked the Bat Family from iconic, with the same list pretty much. So, okay, Lagoon Boy. Everybody needs to know how much I hate this man. I despise Lagoon Boy. I do not appreciate what they try to do to Connor and Miss Martian's relationship in the show. First of all, how are you gonna skip 5 years? They skipped like 4 to 5 years of time after season 1. Didn't give us any time to see what happened to Speedy or Red Arrow. They just kind of dumped all the information onto us like we were some fools. Punch in the gut. I have some great disdain for this show, but I can't help but love it at the same time. Okay, next on the list we have Rocket. Rocket's not a worm. Rocket's not mid. She's probably somebody's favorite, and I'll leave it at that. Next on the list we have Beast Boy. Beast Boy. Beast Boy. Yes. So good to see ya. Beast Boy is definitely iconic. I mean, have you not seen Teen Titans? Have you not watched Teen Titans, gal? Have you not seen Doom Patrol? Woo! Next on the list we have Bumblebee. Bumblebee. Yeah. I'm gonna say that she is definitely not a worm because she's a bee. She's definitely not mid because she's a bee. Yeah, she's probably somebody's favorite though. I'm gonna leave it at that because, well, she's memorable actually because I remember her from Teen Titans. She stood out to me as one of the dynamic characters on the show. Don't know what that means. She played her role well. I think that Bumblebee has the capability to be very silent, stealthy, and I think that that's what her role is most of the time. Otherwise, you know, it's not very lucrative to turn into a bee. Next on the list, we got another bee, but he's a beetle. He's not a worm. I just said he's a beetle. Mid? Psh, far from it. Somebody's favorite? Oh yeah. Memorable? Well, he did just have that movie. Iconic? Let me see. I'm gonna say no. Next on the list we have Zatanna, and I believe that I did that already in a different video. That video was not the Bat Family, but it was the Justice League. Next on the list, you might not believe it based on the photo, but that, my friends, is Artemis. Artemis. Miss me with that. Shh. Okay. Yeah. Artemis is cool. She's not a worm, that's for sure. She's not mid, is she? I don't know. There is a lot of people who just shoot arrows in this world. I don't know, man. There's a little bit too many of you, and I'm not sure that this version of her is an archer, but based on the looks, I'm gonna go ahead and say no. Yeah. I'm gonna say that she's mid. You know why? Because her Tigress, the version of her who's Tigress, is better. Yep. That's that. Pack it up and go. Yep. This next one is brought to you by More Arrows. Yeah, Green Arrow himself. He's definitely. Wait. Oh God. We're not doing Green Arrow. This is Red Arrow. Speedy. Wait, I did Speedy in another video. I gotta stop doing that. Anyway, Roy Harper. I'd say that in this point in his career, he's pretty iconic. Just as iconic as the one that came before him. And the one that came before that. I'm referring to the clones from Young Justice. Yeah. Next on the list is Wally West. We're going to just go ahead and put that boy up there in iconic. You know why? Because he was the Flash before the Flash. Well, not technically before the Flash. He actually came after Barry Allen, but he took over the mantle for Barry Allen for much of the comics. Am I right about that? I think I'm right. Yeah. Let's go with I'm correct. And he's iconic. Aqualad. Now, as you may know, Aqualad was a different version of him when we first saw him in Teen Titans. That Aqualad is not the Aqualad that I'm referring to now. The one that I am looking at on screen here is Aqualad Calder, the son of Black Manta. Yeah. So he's somebody's favorite character. Is he memorable? He did a damn good job in Young Justice, I tell you that. I'm gonna leave him as somebody's favorite. He's somebody's favorite. You know, is he memorable though? I don't know. Aquaman's barely memorable. He's also probably somebody's favorite. Yeah, that's the right spot for him. See, what I was seeing was a bunch of just colors. Some red, some blacks, some whites, some greens. I just saw a mountain of colors. Didn't know what it was till just now. That, however, is Miss Martian. Miss Martian is not a worm, but she could be. Miss Martian is not mid because she's too strong. Wait, we're not basing this off of strength. Stop it. Miss Martian is somebody's favorite. She's definitely one of mine. Miss Martian is memorable because she's Miss Martian. Next on the list, again, you might not believe it, but who we're looking at this current moment in time is none other than Superboy Connor. This photo came from somebody's page, and it wasn't mine. Why am I talking like that? I don't know. Anywho, he's not a worm. He's not mid. He's somebody's favorite. Is he memorable? At this point, I'd like to think so. Is he iconic? I don't know. I don't know if I can put him in the same ranking as Superman himself. But then again, there have been a lot of iterations of Superboy. You know, I was saying Superboy before there was a Superboy, or before I knew that there was a Superboy. I was saying there's a Bat Kid, because there was a TV show that came out one time on WB, I think it was CW or 4Kids TV, something like that. All of those might be the same thing, where they were like kid versions of themselves, and I gotta find it and put it up on the screen. Yeah, but I start calling them Bat Boy and Superboy and Wonder Girl. Nope, Wonder Girl's right there. Okay. Last but not least, we have you, Nightwing. Nightwing is definitely iconic. We said that already. I don't even know why he's on this list. There are plenty of people that I'm missing. Like, so many, I feel like. No, we got the core team from season 1. Season 2, the core team expanded dramatically. So, I don't know about that. But if I find any more characters and y'all want me to do a second list of the same thing with other people, then, just let me know. But that's all the time I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe for more videos like this. And I will see you guys in the next one. Damn, I jacked that up. Show you boys some love. Peace.